What's up, Summoners, War Players? Free Play Gaming here again. Today we're going to do some Mystic Scrolls, quickly followed by one of the users in channel 5001's monster review. So we're only going to be doing one today, and I'm going to try to make it fairly quick. The main reason for this is the Mystical Scroll summon, so we'll get to that real soon here. Some people just like to see those. So if you would like a chance to have your monsters reviewed in a video, say I love F2P. Why not? Alright, here we go. So we'll just let people reply, let them see this message in channel 5001, and then we'll come back and write the names down and pick somebody. So without further ado, let's do some mystical scroll summons here. So I got 7 of them, and what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to shoot through 4 of them, and if all 4 of them are just 3-star monsters, I'm going to exit out. I'm going to hit some unknown scrolls for probably 10 or 20 of them, and then we're going to do the last 3. That's my theory right now. Hopefully we'll get something good here. So first one's a 3-star. We got a Wind Marshal Cat. That's going to be just fodder monster for me. Nothing special there. Okay, looks like another 3-star. Another fodder monster. This is a water serpent. Nothing special here. Come on, show me some lightning. Okay, another fire Viking. I already have one that I'm working on leveling up his skills right now. Okay, here we go. Come on. Nope. No love. So we're going to do some unknown scrolls real quick. Water Golem. That's the most fodderest of fodder. Nothing good so far, so we'll just hit a few of these. Maybe this will reset our luck here. You never know. There's a million theories out there. In general, it's all just gambling too. Some people say save up 20 of them and then you'll have better luck. And that might be true because eventually if you just keep summoning with 20 of them, chances are eventually in that string of 20 your luck's going to change and you're going to start getting some 4-star monsters. But heck, I only had 3 mystical scrolls once and I summoned a 5-star, so I don't think it really matters too much. Some people have better luck with some ways. Okay, so we just got a 3-star here with an unknown, so I'm going to switch right to the Mystic Scrolls and we're going to blow right through them. 3-star, that sucks. Another 3-star, that didn't give us any luck. Last one, come on, give me some lightning. No love today. Wow. Alright, well that didn't work out. It's okay, I needed some fodder monsters. I'm running low on those. I need to do some more 5-stars. So okay, let's see what people have replied here and we'll write their names down. Okay. Oh, looks like we got a lot of takers tonight. Okay. Razel Mia. Okay. Okay, first one here. And if I spell your name wrong, oh well, sorry about that. Okay, XEMM. I'll just put that. Ty 5521. JC. Oh wait, okay. I don't want to miss anybody. Arlana. See, lots of good chat going on here. Always, people are always trying to improve and learn more about monsters in 5001, which is awesome. Okay, I think that's it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, here comes the random pick. Bosh Wash, okay. Let's see. Okay, so this is a newer player, only level 17, so it's going to be a little bit of a different kind of review than we had yesterday. So defense team, Water Warbear, got a Lucia, the Water Fairy, got Shannon for the buffs here, and then we got a Wind Bounty Hunter. So like I said, I don't talk too much about defense, I just kind of like to see what's being used right now. So let's take a look at the monsters. Okay, so Lucia, that's a starting character that everybody gets right off the bat. 4-star, level 30 evolved. If you want to keep using this monster, feed some more fairies to it. Looks like you already have a couple here. That's good. You know, fairies are fairly easy to come by. Very easy to come by, actually. So shouldn't have any problem with getting some light and fire fairies to feed to this character. For runes, you got hit point, fatal. As a new character, you know, this is the most standard rune configuration. When in doubt, go with energy fatal. So you got hit points and extra attack. So nothing wrong with that. You know, a single star defense rune. You can definitely work on this. So instead of working on the runes, you know you need to get stronger. You know you need to work through the story mode. And as you work through the story mode, you'll be able to defeat hell mode. And in hell mode, when you start doing the bosses, you're gonna the bosses, which is the 7th stage of each area, can drop 5-star runes. So try to get yourself some 5-star runes for slots 1, 3, and 5, because these are always standard. You're always gonna have attack, defense, and hit points with the pluses. So try to get yourself some 5-stars here for these rune slots for all your monsters. And for these ones, try to get some 3% runes. And attack, when in doubt, go with attack percent runes. They just make farming a lot easier. They make just getting through the game easier. They're good for arena. You want to have as much attack as possible. So, in general, try to get those types of runes. That's a decent character. I don't know too much about the Wind Bounty Hunter. I don't recommend him because I know he's just not fantastic. You're probably not going to take him any farther than a 4-star. So let's just take a look at his skills right here. So he attacks 4 times on different enemies, it looks like, on all enemies. So 4 different attacks for each enemy. Get another turn if the enemy dies. So yeah, this would be a good starting monster if you have nothing else. Probably real low attack, yeah, 321 at 4-star max. Plus you got some extra attack on him here. You got energy fatal again. And that's good. That's a general, just a very general rune set. You're going to want to have an attack percent rune here though. You have an attack percent rune here, +6. It's a 1-star. Definitely try to get at least a 3-star. 3-star is going to make a big difference. Don't bother with 1 or 2-star, but 3-star is where you get a big difference. Then go directly from 3-star to 6-star to save yourself money as you level up and play. So, nothing wrong here. You got some runes to help you with starting out in the game. Okay, so then you got this is a natural 2-star elemental. Not really sure if he's any good. You got Fatal Blade with him. Let's take a look at his skills. Critical damage is increased, so that's good. That's why you got Blade. Causes an elemental explosion to attack the enemy. The damage scales according to the enemy's current hit points. The more hit points the enemy has, the greater the damage becomes. Okay, so nothing special there really. This is your general continuous damage on the elemental attack. So it looks like you're feeding him some other elementals. So if you're using him to level up and get a little bit farther in the game, yeah, feed him the other elementals that you receive. You can farm lots of elementals in the Kaibar Ruins. You can get wind elementals there, so you should be able to max skill this guy pretty easily if you're going to use him until you get better monsters. So I just generally recommend save up your crystals, keep doing the events, keep working through story mode, and eventually when you get 750 crystals, you're going to get 11 mystic scrolls to go with that. You're going to buy the premium pack, and we're going to hope you get a 4-star monster or a couple of them that are worth taking to 5-star. For now, looks like you got 3 4-stars. You're working on getting max level for them. You're working on some of the runes. You definitely want to start getting some 3-star runes, or you're going to have a hard time in hard mode and hell mode. So you got the Wind Harpy here. You don't have any runes on her, but she's not really highly recommended either. I would probably choose the Garuda above the Wind Harpy for a starting character. And maybe even your Water Inferno here. He's got a pretty good buff skill. Oh, great. Okay. We'll just reconnect here with Mobazine. It's kind of been kicking me out a little bit lately. Should only take a second here. Here we go. Alright. So this is a pretty decent monster too for a starting character. I'd probably pick him because of his buff here. And you fill the attack bar of your allies, increasing their critical rate for 3 turns. So I see you don't have a Saik, and I do recommend him. Maybe start working on your Fire Viking. He can be very helpful in some of the later level dungeons, dragons. So maybe work on him. I don't know why you 3-star. This will just be fodder for you now. So what I'd do is I would level up your Fire Viking up to level 30. Use this Viking as a skill up, as evolution material, along with a few other fodder monsters as well, to get him to 4-star. So then when he goes to 4-star, he'll get this skill up as well. And then just feed the other 2-star, which are water and wind Vikings, to him as you get him, just to level him up. So you get a lot of Vikings from unknown scrolls. You get a lot of Vikings. Pretty much just unknown scrolls. I don't think you can farm them anywhere right now. I could be wrong on that. Some people like Howl as a healer, but seeing as how you already have your Lucia, I would not focus on this Howl at all. The Warbear, he can be good for certain situations, mostly for arena defense. People tend to like him, but I don't think he's that great anyways. And your Pixie here, Shannon, looks like you're working on her. You got Swift, that's good. Swift accuracy, not a bad rune set to start with on her. Definitely awaken her as soon as possible because this is the main reason to have her. Increases the attack power and defense of all allies for 3 turns. So a lot of people take her very far. So focus on your Wind Pixie here. That would be a very good thing. And Awakening doesn't really take that much, especially for a natural 2-star monster like this. So you should be able to do that fairly soon. Just farm the elemental dungeons and the Keeper of Magic. So I'd definitely focus on her. I'd probably start focusing on your Fire Viking because both these monsters can be useful very far into the game. I cannot say the same for your Wind Bounty Hunter, your Harpy, or your Elemental here. Although they might have some uses down the road, chances are you're not going to be using them on your team, or your Lucia for that matter. I mean, she's okay, and you could take her a little bit farther if you wanted to, but generally recommended once you start getting some 4-star monsters, you're not going to be doing that. But Shannon and your Fire Viking, though, and even possibly a Water Inugami. Mr. Deku gave me a little tip here, which I didn't even realize because it's hard to know every monster's skills, but I'm starting to learn more and more. But he's got a leader skill here, which is going to increase the attack speed of all monsters with water attribute by 23%. So what Deku is doing is he's using, I think, a 4-star, maybe a 5-star evolved Water Inugami here, along with a Megan team, and he's doing very well in Arena. So he has this giving speed to the Megan, and he has the Megan with high speed, with a 2-star speed rune, as well as swift runes, and that Megan's getting to go first, which is then buffing, filling the attack bar of his other 2 monsters, which are strong 4-star monsters. So with that team combination, he's doing very well. So if you don't have a speed leader, think about using the Water Inugami here. I didn't even realize that was possible, so thanks Deku for pointing that out. So that's about it for your monsters. Again, I'd focus on your Viking and your Shannon. Definitely evolve them, awaken them as soon as possible. You already have some runes here. Keep working on your rune sets. Try to get attack percent runes, 3-star at least. And just keep on playing the game. You got some stuff to work with until you can do some more Mystic Scrolls. So hope that helped you some. Okay guys, I am probably going to sign out. Feel free to sign out yourselves actually, but I'm going to do some arena fights right now, and we'll just analyze the arena teams that I'm going to be going up against before we attack them. I think this is a good way to learn more about the game as well, when you're just analyzing some of the other high tier teams. And these aren't high tier teams by any means. They're 1500, 1400 tier teams. But for people who are just starting out in the game, we can kind of see what other people are using for teams and how effective they are against my team. So we'll just refresh the list real quick and see what we get. So I always try to pick on the weak first, the ones with the lower ranking, and if they have a lower level, that usually singles them out too. So these characters aren't quite level 40, so we'll pick on Priscilla here. So they have a natural 5-star, very strong Zyros, who is going to increase the attack power of ally monsters. Has AoE attacks, very damaging. Fire team is very damaging to my mostly wind team. But I'm not too scared about this team because, one, this isn't a speed leader. I'm going to get first choice. They have a 3-star natural Tagaros, which a lot of people really like because he's got this AoE attack, which is quite strong. I mean, he's got really high attack. He's a 6-star, so his base attack sets at 911. But his base defense and hit points is pretty low for a 6-star, so not too scared of the Tagaros. And then Saik, who's a natural 2-star, he's got a great buff, and I'm sure he's the speediest, if not the Chloe on this team. Probably the Chloe's got the speed runes. So if the Chloe gets to go before my Megan, I'm going to be in trouble. But I don't think this Chloe's going to be fast enough to beat my Megan, especially seeing as how I have the speed leader. So I'll probably get to go first. And as long as these two characters don't get to get their buffs off, the invincibility buff and the attack and crit rate buff, I'm probably going to be okay. It depends how fast I can take this team down, because this is a pretty dangerous team. You got two heavy hitting AoE monsters, you got a very strong attack buffer, the leader is adding attack, and Chloe's going to throw up invincibility to make sure that these monsters get a chance to attack. So the only way I'm going to win is if my speed team can wipe them out before, at least wipe a couple of them out to maim them and make it so that their team's ineffective. So that's my only hope here. Their team's definitely going to have a lot more attack than mine. It's okay, my Megan gets to go first as I was expecting. And we can see from their bars up here how soon they're going to get to attack. And they don't have much for speed on the Chloe, so I'm going to be in pretty good shape here. I should be able to get every one of my monsters to attack. I will get every one of my monsters to attack before they get any attacks. So my Shimeti, let's see if we can't get some stuns. Probably won't. Oh, look at that. We stunned their strongest monster. You get a lot less stuns when you're going against the opposite element. So fire is strong against wind. So I was kind of lucky to get a stun off on that character. Alright, so they're in trouble. We'll just finish them off here. Not too much they can do. We'll just auto it, actually. She chose not to do the invincibility. That was a bad choice. But that's one thing about the defensive teams, is the characters don't always behave in the way that you want them to. So for a defensive team, you can't think, oh, they have to attack in a certain order. They tend to favor their third skill, but they don't always use it first. So, okay, so we got one win now. This is 13-22. This shouldn't be too bad of a win for me. So they got Megan as the leader. Megan's going to give attack power of allied monsters. So again, another attack power monster. Not as strong as the Fire Dragon Zyros. And then we got JoJo, the Fire Joker, who can throw up bombs that do huge amounts of damage. And we got Orochi here, who does this 6-star ninja. So he hits you with 6 stars and inflicts continuous damage if he gets critical hits. So this can be a good character as well. And these are always a little bit scary. These Fire Death Knights, very good character, very high hit points, and he can steal your hit points, just like Vampire Runes, and give them back to himself. So drains life from target enemy. The stolen hit points is equivalent to 30% of your max hit points. So they have huge hit point pools, and they just drain your life and actually hit pretty hard. And they have an AoE attack here, I believe. Yep. Inflicts damage proportionate to your hit points to all enemies and weakens their attack power for 2 turns. So that's a very strong AoE attack. This is my favorite Death Knight. I've gotten 2 Water Death Knights, and I really hope I can get a Fire Death Knight that I can feed the waters to. So we'll fight this team. I don't expect too much trouble because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get to go first. Their Megan is probably pretty speedy, but without a speed leader, they're kind of at a disadvantage here. So you're kind of getting the feeling, well, you should be by now, if you've been watching my videos for any length of time, that speed leaders are just so important. So their Megan's going to go down, their Orochi's going to go down, their Jojo's almost dead, he's going to die right now. Just getting the jump on the other team can be super important. Now maybe that's going to change once you get into the 1600 plus bracket. But I don't know. I'm working on my arena team right now to see how far I can get. So I'm 1461, 15,000 rank. I'm hoping I can get to 10,000 rank in the next couple days. So okay, we got 3 arena skills left. What do we got here? We got Wind Valkyrie. The leader skill here, resistance of allied monsters in the arena by 55%. So this is a little scary for me because they get more resistance, my stuns are going to be less accurate. So that's a good leader with the resistance. This is probably, you could probably use the Wind Valkyrie as a top tier arena player if you have the rest of the team to support him. So Megan, it's a 5-star. They don't have a speed leader team, so I'm going to get to go first still. And then they got the Rauk, who's always a wild card. He can one-shot any single enemy. And then the Water Phoenix, who's a real heavy hitter. Let's take a quick look at the 6-star Evolved Water Phoenix here. Increases the hit points. Okay, so we don't want to see the leader skill. Attacks all enemies with an Ice Volcano. Damage is based on their hit points and decreasing their attack power for 2 turns. So that's very damaging. If they decrease your attack power, they're going to get a huge advantage there too. Attacks with an extreme chill and freezes the enemy, so they got a freeze here. Then their normal attack is a stun attack. So these Phoenixes are pretty darn good. And if we take a look, the attack power 988. That's huge for base attack power on any monster. That's probably higher than my Lucian. Let's see what my Lucian is. Well, it's of course higher than my Lucian because my Lucian's not max level yet. But what is my Lucian right now? Oh, I have to click down here. Okay, so it's not showing the base, it's showing the total with all my runes. So not a fair comparison by any means. Because they don't show you the runes added on to the opposing team. They just show you the base stats. So you kind of have to guess and see what their runes are. You don't really know what kind of that's the gamble you're taking. If you knew exactly what runes the opposing team was using, you could always pick a team that would beat the opposing players. But we're kind of just guessing. So I get to go first. Looks like I'm going to get at least a couple hits before they get to go. I hope their Megan doesn't go immediately after here. I hope my Lucian gets to go next. Okay, I killed the Megan. That's going to really mess up their team. And luckily, wind is strong against water, so that's why I take down the Megans, and the Water Phoenix is almost dead already too. So they're pretty much dead. 4 hits. It looked like a strong team, but it couldn't stand up to my Julian and Lucian. So alright, we're gaining here. We got 2 more to go. Now we have the 3 buff, which I don't think you get anything till you get the 4. At the 4 you get attack bonus. Alright, what else we got here? Okay, this should be a pretty easy team. You got Beretta, who's a speed leader. You got Lure, who is the Water Phantom Thief. He's got an AoE attack, which is I'm gonna make my Lure here pretty soon. I like the looks of him, especially for dungeons. Attacks all enemies, decreasing their attack bars, and weakening their defense for 2 turns. So this is a really awesome AoE attack. Not only does it make it so that they're not going to attack for a while, but also this decrease the defense. That's pretty awesome there, especially for dungeons. That's going to help you take them down much quicker. And then this is kind of interesting. They got this Wind Epicon Priest. So she's got a revive. So you want to make sure you take her out, or else she can revive one of the other monsters that you really don't want to have revived. And she's a pretty good healer. recovers hit points of allies, and elongates the time of beneficial effects. Shortens the time of harmful effects. So, real good support character here, but I don't really recommend her for arena fights. She seems to go down pretty easy. She has low attack. This is a 5-star max, medium hit points, medium defense, low speed. Not one of the best monsters out there. And then they got Vigor here, the water werewolf, and I like him. I don't know if I'm going to take mine to 6-star, but he's got a pretty cool buff here. He's also a healer, recovers hit points of allies, and increases their attack speed. So he would actually go really well on my dungeon team. And then he's got a good single target AoE attack here. Each attack has a 35% chance to decrease the enemy's defense, but it's only a single target. But it actually hits fairly decent. But it really doesn't fit him because you want him to be high hit points. He's a hit point monster. And he's got the healing and buff skill. So I do like the Vigor, but I don't think he's going to be any trouble for us. But they got the Beretta, who's a speed leader, so that's always a little bit dangerous, but our Wind Sylph is a better speed leader. So we have the advantage there. And they don't have a Megan, so not too concerned. So we should get to attack. All our monsters should get to attack before theirs, so this is probably going to take them out of commission. Let's see, we got 2 stuns. Now Julian comes in, does some mass damage here. He gets the other 2 stuns. Everybody's stunned. They're done. Game over. Nice playing. So that was actually a pretty easy team for me to beat. Okay, let's pick a hard one. We're down to 1 arena team left. Let's see what this 1500 guy is. Okay, this is a scary match here. 4-star arena. Those can be a pain in the butt. But now that I have my Lucian, he's an excellent counter against the arena, and so is Megan. So if I can take out the rest of the team without too much trouble, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to, these 4-star or these 6-star Ramagos can be a real pain in the butt. I'm not going to get him with 1 round of attacks, I can guarantee that. And then these Rauks can be scary too, especially a 6-star. If he's runed properly and he gets to attack, he can do enough damage that I will lose this battle. And this is really scary too. The Water Chimera. So somebody was asking what would be a good team build for the Water Chimera. Well, I definitely recommend throwing Arena on your team. If you do something like this, and then get a couple other strong water monsters like the Water Sylphid, maybe the Lure, that would be pretty OP right there. But some other strong water monsters with these two, that's going to be really hard to take down. That would be a very good team if you're basing it around the leader skill, the Water Chimera here. Increase hit points of ally monsters 50%. Chances are I'm not going to be able to take this team down, but we are going to try because it's more interesting if it's a more fair battle here. So let's see what happens. This is going to be a difficult one, I think. Especially because that Arena is going to get 50% extra hit points. Her shield is based off hit points, and she's just going to have all energy runes, just max hit points anyways. And what's probably going to end up happening is it's probably going to be a stalemate, and the towers are going to end up taking me out because I won't be able to kill the Arena fast enough. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. All right, I'm happy I got at least 1 stun off. The Water Chimera is going to go down pretty quick. I hope I get a stun on this guy, or else the AoE attacks might bring him down. Yeah, so if he gets to go here, he might one-shot one of my monsters, and he's going to focus the Megan. You always know he's going to focus my Megan because wind is strong against water. So just in general, the mechanics of this game, he's going to go after and probably one-shot my Megan, which could really hurt me. I'm in trouble here. I don't think my Megan's not going to be able to finish him. There we go. 24,700 attack. I think that was the most I've ever seen. So now I'm in trouble. All we gotta do is take out this Fire Inugami. Alright, so I'm going to do something a little unconventional here. I'm going to attack because now my Megan's gone, so I'm not going to have my buffs anymore after this round. There's only one round of buffs left. So while I still have a strong attack, I'm going to have my Julian cast his strongest skill on the Rena to hopefully bring her down low enough. I don't know if I should do this. You know what? I'm not going to because she can still heal next turn. Well, let's do it. It's a gamble. I hope nope, no stun, so that's a big bummer. I'm gonna do the prize box. Hopefully get that was good. I got a stun on the war bear at least. Hopefully I can take this war bear out. There's another stun on the war bear. Die, you war bear. Okay, now we're down to the arena, but look, now it's gonna be pretty difficult to take her out before the towers take me out, because I'm not gonna be able to break through this shield. Not easily. Not without my Megan buffs. There, I'm doing critical hits and she's getting her shield right back. It's so frustrating. At least I got a stun off. I'm just going to auto it. She's probably going to end up killing my entire 6-star team just because she's so OP. Especially with that Wind Water Chimera hit point and leader skill. So yep, this is exactly what I predicted before we started this battle. I'm not going to be able to take out the arena, and the towers are going to do their damage to me. If those towers weren't there, I would have won this battle because I can continuously stun her, and eventually I would have got that hit points down. So there's a good team for you right there. That's a good defensive team that was able to withstand my very powerful speed team. So no big deal. Points go down a little bit, but that was a good learning experience. So I'm going to sign out. This video got super long again, but thanks for watching, everybody, and hopefully I'll be able to do some more monster reviews. Hope you're learning as much as I am from making these videos, and thanks for all the support. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys are super awesome. Take care. Bye.